Hello, and welcome to Hubbard Glacier Scenic Cruising Day. Today, we're not in port. Today, we are in Disenchantment Bay, and we're looking at Hubbard Glacier today. It is really early in the season. There are so many icebergs out in the water. We are creeping along at a snail's pace, but it is so pretty. It's currently 9:04 ship time, meaning it is plus 4 hours, so 1:04 Eastern Standard Time. Emma and I are both working today, and I think Emma and I are both working full days today, so I have like 4 more hours of work to do today, but we're here at Hubbard Glacier. We just got here a little while ago. The ship has been kind of turning. We're getting closer to the glacier, so let me kind of show you what it looks like outside. It's cold, but not like freezing cold. It's so pretty. This is the view from our balcony. It's so pretty. Now, you can't see the glacier from here, but I step out here. There it is down that way. I've come down from deck 9 to deck 7, and you can see the iceberg pieces and the pieces of the glacier are getting bigger and closer together as we get closer to the glacier. This is why a lot of cruise ships can't get close to the glacier, because it's hazardous.
I don't know why they have windows up there. 5, Alfredo, or the international internet cafe, got nice windows.
Did he say when the tide is low?
I came over to the starboard side of the ship where we have a better view of the glacier. This is where most of the other people on the ship are. Well, if they're not up on the top deck, they're on this side. But I'm on deck 7. So this is Hubbard Glacier. That's another piece of ice breaking off. It goes back for over 70 miles. But now for me, it's back to the internet cafe and back to work. It's now 5 p.m. I worked almost 11 hours today and needed a little bit of a break. Mom and Emma went to dinner at Alfredo's. I've been watching 27 Dresses on the TV. They've got a really good selection of movies that you can watch for free. It's raining outside. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna go to dinner in the main dining room, and I think I'm gonna go by myself. I'm gonna text Mom and Emma and tell them where I'm going, but they went to dinner at Alfredo's like half an hour ago. I was not hungry, but they have quiche for dinner in the main dining room tonight, and I really want to go. So I think I'm gonna go to dinner, probably by myself. We'll see. Mom may show up. Maybe Emma will too, I don't know. And then when we get back to the room later, I want to talk about and address a few of the things that are happening on the cruise that people on the internet are talking about. There's like a couple of YouTube channels, or at least one YouTube channel I know for sure is addressing some of the things happening on our cruise. I want to talk about it too, but for now, let's head to dinner. So here's the menu tonight. We've got the warm Alaska shrimp and spinach dip, and I think that sounds really good. Also, the wedge salad is kind of speaking to me. And then this is what I'm really looking forward to, is the goat cheese and the quiche. Yum. But how fun does that sound? I do want to mention these little ones with the little like map pin. Those are Local Eats Alaska flavors. So those are like Alaskan inspired dishes. They've got the hot smoked Alaska steelhead salmon, the warm Alaska shrimp and spinach dip, the Alaska style fish soup, and over here, the Parmesan and panko baked cod, the vermouth steamed clams with shrimp, and the seared wild Alaska salmon, orange dill remoulade. So I told him I was hungry, and he brought me the warm spinach dip before I could even order, and this is the fruit cup. Had to have the quiche. We'll see how it is. It looks beautiful and it smells amazing. For dessert, I have the New York cheesecake and coffee. And this, I have discovered, I think is the best coffee on the ship, is in the main dining room. It's actually not at the International Cafe. This is just plain brewed coffee, but it's somehow better than the lattes you get at the International Cafe. Well, good morning from the Internet Cafe. I did not finish the video for yesterday last night, but I wanted to talk to you about some things. Hubbard Glacier yesterday. My first time at Hubbard. It was beautiful. It was also really cool to get to be so close to the glacier. I was actually working here and I could see it through these windows. That was really nice, but I did get to take a couple breaks and go upstairs and like actually look at it from the railing. So my first experience with Hubbard, I know a lot of cruise ships don't get that close because Hubbard Glacier has been known as the Galloping Glacier, and it has surged a bunch, I think, in the last 30 years. So it moves a lot, meaning it calves a lot, meaning there's a lot of icebergs in the water, which kind of is hazardous to large cruise ships. So we were very lucky that we were able to get as close to it yesterday as we were. I wanted to talk about some of the things that are happening on our ship, on our cruise, because there are people on this ship that are very unhappy. So this cruise ship, this is the very first itinerary post dry dock, and you think about like a ship going into dry dock, you think, or at least I would think, that the ship is going to be perfect, right? It's going to be fresh and new and clean and everything's going to be functioning well. But this ship was only in a 3-week dry dock, and this is the oldest ship currently sailing in the Princess fleet. This ship was built in 1998, and I think she's seen better days. I love the Grand Princess. I think she's beautiful. I think she's a wonderful size. I think it's hysterical that this ship was once the largest ship in the world. But like the detail, the woodwork, the detail in the woodwork on this ship, even here in the Internet Cafe, it's so intricate and it's so pretty. That said, there are some things on this sailing that have been less than perfect. They've not been ideal, not the way that we would all like them to be, right? The first day or so, we had issues with like toilets flushing in our room and then around the ship. And I know that that's really upsetting to a lot of people. Since the first day, I have discovered if you just kind of like press the button and nothing happens, just wait a second. You know, typically it means somebody else on the ship is also flushing their toilet at the same time. So just wait a second and then press, and I kind of like hold it and I don't have any problems at all. We did have something weird yesterday where they told us we weren't going to be able to do laundry. I don't know if that was a plumbing issue or if it's because we were in Hubbard Glacier yesterday. I really couldn't say. But we ended up being able to do laundry last night. So Mom and Emma did that last night instead of going to dinner with me. What else? The bed in our stateroom, actually, the like normal beds, very, very comfortable. The bed that folds out of the couch, not the most comfortable. We asked her, was it yesterday? No, it was 2 nights ago. We asked her for a mattress topper for the sofa bed, and she brought us one. And I gotta tell you, it sleeps so much better with a mattress topper. So that was really marvelous. The service on this ship has been fantastic. I have no complaints about the service. They're doing the best that they can. Some of the shortcomings though, like we went to the Crab Shack dinner several nights ago now, and it was not the greatest experience. In my opinion, it wasn't worth the $55 per person we paid for it, but it was not a service issue, it was a food prep issue, and I think that's kind of a systemic issue in the ship. And then like it's a princess issue that they did not prepare their staff for it. It's also a princess issue. They knew they were understaffed for that dinner experience, and instead of canceling and rescheduling everybody, they just kind of went through with it and tried to make do, and it didn't work very well. While we are not having like the most flawless experience, the worst part of our cruise so far has actually been not the cruise, not the food, but the other passengers on the ship. Princess cruise passengers are, you know, slightly more mature, slightly older audience there. And so Emma and I are some of the younger people on the ship. There are people with like very small kids, so we are by no means the youngest people on the ship, but I have never in my life been so disrespected as a human being as I have been on this ship by other guests. I've straight up been asked how I'm able to afford this vacation. I've been asked how I'm able to take so much time off work. I've been asked what I'm doing here. And I've literally been like stepped on, and a man used his cane yesterday to push me out of the way so he could get on the elevator. Now, I have no problem waiting for an elevator. I'm on the ship for 17 nights. I'm not really in a hurry to get anywhere. And if I am, I'll take the stairs. So I have no problem with, you know, like letting other people go first. My problem is with people pushing me out of the way, especially when I've already let 3 elevators go in front of me. I should get a turn eventually, you know? So it's been slightly uncomfortable with the other passengers on the ship. They are not all bad. I've met a couple of people who actually know Adam and Sherry, or they watch my friends Adam and Sherry Leg Life on YouTube. That was really cool because I got to like bond with them a little bit. We did meet some really nice people at dinner at Alfredo's the other night, and they were the first couple to treat Emma and I like human beings, and they were really nice to us, you know, trying to like get our story, not trying to tell us that we don't have the right to be here, even though we literally paid to be here. It's astounding to me that anyone would have the audacity to ask, how can you afford to be here, or what are you doing here? I'm on vacation, actually. I am working. I actually need to work today because it's Tuesday morning and I didn't finish this video yesterday, so I need to go to work here pretty quick. But it's just astounding to me that people would behave that way. And I've been on some longer cruises on Disney Cruise Line, and usually what I've experienced with longer cruises on other cruise lines, or longer cruises on Disney Cruise Line, is people are in less of a hurry, they're more polite, they've got a lot more patience with other guests, the staff, the cruise ship itself, the itinerary, and I have not witnessed that at all. There's a lot of entitlement on this ship, which I think has been an adjustment for me to get used to, because I'm just not used to that. It's, like I said, astounding. But anyway, we are having a really nice time. Yesterday the weather for Hubbard was beautiful, and then like as soon as we left Disenchantment Bay and I think we got into Yakutat Bay, it just got really kind of misty and kind of dreary. And then after we left Yakutat Bay and we got like into the Gulf of Alaska, it started raining. But we had perfect weather for Hubbard Glacier. It was amazing. And today, looking out the window, you can see behind me, there's clouds for sure, but there's also clear sky. And I'm looking forward to going back to Seward. I haven't been to Seward in a while, and I love Seward. Mom and Emma have never been. Of course, Emma's never been, but Mom hasn't been to Seward either. So I hope they like it. I really do. But that's going to be in tomorrow's video. I've talked long enough for today, so I'm going to say goodbye for now, but you guys will see me in tomorrow's video. Bye.